What's going on, everybody? I'm Max Ralph.
Seth Engle.
Penn State just took down Minnesota 45-17 in a really impressive showing in the whiteout here tonight in Beaver Stadium. There was a lot of good stuff really on both sides of the ball after a lot of not so good stuff last week at Michigan. So Seth, quick takeaways.
I mean, first of all, Sean Clifford was booed when his name was announced. Comes in, doesn't look great, throws an early interception. After that, he was fantastic. It was probably the best game of his season. Really impressed. I mean, just as a human being coming back from that after being booed, throwing a terrible pass, and then just going off. I mean, I think that's really hard to do. But I think what came down to the win today was really all about execution. That's what everyone was talking about. Things that didn't work against Michigan worked tonight. They saw the field better. They coached better. Literally everything went well. That's pretty much the main takeaway there on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the big thing was on defense, making Minnesota one-dimensional. Mo Ibrahim was always the focus coming in. He didn't have a very good game because Penn State, as James Franklin said, loaded the box up, let their talented defensive backs be on islands one-on-one, and it worked out. Probably would have worked if they did it more last week too, but that's in the past. Hindsight's 2020. It worked tonight. On offense, you just had the ball getting to your playmakers. That hasn't happened in a while. Parker Washington had his best game of the season by far. Theo Johnson had 5 catches and a touchdown. Tyler Warren had a wide open touchdown. Just getting your playmakers involved was the important thing. And the other piece of that is that Minnesota's not a pushover team. Yeah, they were without their quarterback tonight. Tanner Morgan didn't play, but not a horrible football team. And Penn State came in here and really put together a good performance.
I mean, coming into tonight, Minnesota had only given up, they averaged 11.7 opponents' points per game, which ranked 4th in the country. So, I mean, that's a good defensive team, and Penn State just put 45 on them. And to your point, I do agree. It really was about, opening up that offense, going to tight ends, which is something we really haven't seen. Brent Strange had a couple good games early on in the season, but since then, really hasn't been much noise at all until tonight, where 2 tight ends found the end zone. Parker Washington, as you mentioned, he found the end zone for the first time this year. I mean, those are the guys Clifford needs to find. And I think that's a big reason why, the offense hasn't looked as sharp as, people had probably expected, once the season was beginning. I feel like there is still hope with this program.
I agree.
I think the bottom line right now is that this isn't a bad team.
No. It's a pretty good team.
It's what we thought they were before the season started. And that's like, we talked about it at Michigan too.
Yep.
I mean, this team has the ability to potentially, just lose 2 games and have a successful year.
Yep.
And that's good for the program. That's
good.
what they need after going 11-11 combined over the last 2 years.
Yep, it's the same stuff we've been saying for the last week. This is a pretty good football team here at Penn State. It's just not on the same level as Michigan, and we'll find out next week, but probably Ohio State too, and that's okay. Like, there are so many teams who aren't even close to that level, and Penn State's, if nothing goes wrong, going to finish in the top 25 and play a good bowl game. That's a successful season. And it started a good trend of not beating yourself twice after a big loss. So thanks for watching. That's it for us. Penn State does have the big one, takes on Ohio State at home next week. Keep tracking with our coverage online at collegian.psu.edu and on Twitter at PSU Footblog and 1-0 Pod. Peace.